Welcome back. This is Dr. John L. Mack, and I'm so excited to be able to share with you information for your transformation. This morning, we're going to tackle a kind of an interesting subject in a very different direction. And if you look at the bottom of the screen, it says BE, bold expectations lie between VE, virtually everything. A bold expectation is in between it lies between there's a lot there's your bold expectation and virtually everything, but in between that is a lie. And if you look at the word believe, BELIEVE, it's lies in the middle of it, but on one side is a bold expectation, and on the other side is virtually everything that you do that you want to achieve and receive in life. All too often we're caught up in a lie or disbelief of the bold expectation. So that's the belief that we have. The bold expectation is I'm writing a book, I'm building a business, I'm taking a vacation, I'm having a relationship. These bold expectations are beyond the reality that you're currently facing. The reality that you're facing is daunting. The reality that you're facing says that you will never be able to achieve and receive that bold expectation. So that lack of belief prevents you from being able to move forward and achieve, accomplish, and acquire that bold expectation. So, what do we mean? What's a bold expectation? It all begins with expectations, but with what you expect to come about is actually what you believe is possible to come about. Now, I will, this will probably take years to fully unpack this concept of belief. In the New Testament, the gentleman came to the house of where the Lord was at and asked Jesus, says, "Hey, my daughter is sick. You need to come and help." He says, "It's all possible if you." And his basic response was, "I believe. Help my unbelief." In other words, I don't have the capacity to believe at the level that you're indicating I need to be believing at. I have doubts, I have fears, I have distrust. I don't have the confidence that I'm capable or that this is possible. How many times have you looked at your life and realized that you don't have the confidence to move forward? You don't have the confidence to do what it's going to take to be done in order to achieve what you want to achieve. That lack of confidence is the lack of belief. So you're confident, you're confided, and you cut away everything possible except that potential outcome. You want that outcome to occur. And so you fully focus on that outcome. Interesting, I've been talking the last several weeks about that very reality. What you focus on expands and becomes more real and more reality in your life. Consequently, what you lose focus on or what you diminish your focus on gets smaller and smaller and eventually disappears. So that expectation of a new home, that expectation of a job, car, career, relationship, any whatever that expectation is, if you're fully focused on that expectation, you're believing it's going to come about. Ways will be made for it to come about. These people, these authors here. There's about 100 authors here. Some of them are in uh, anthology. So there's about 100 authors here. I've assisted over 250 authors to get published successfully, as well as myself. I've written 24 books I'm getting ready to release on my birthday in January. Hint, hint. For my 70th birthday. Can you believe I'm 70 years old? I look like I'm sweet 16 and never been kissed. I didn't ask for your opinion. I'm giving you mine. So listen, as we move forward, realizing that there is more, that we can achieve more, we can do more, that we can do virtually anything or everything if we have a bold enough expectation. But between that bold expectation and virtually everything that we want to see accomplished is something that destroys dreams, goals, may cause targets to be missed, cause relationships to dissipate, cause all the negativity in our life. And that's that little three-letter word, L-I-E, lie. Uh, it it's a very insidious uh, process because it makes you doubt the truth. A lie makes you believe that the truth isn't real. And so you focus on your reality and say, well, that gum, this bold expectation about virtually everything I want to accomplish in life isn't possible for me. You see, the lie is it's possible for everybody else. You know, your mom and them, and your cousin, brother and them, your sister and them. It's possible for your friends that you went to high school with, and this guy you know over here. This, but it's not possible for you. There's something within you that you lack. You lack the skills and the ability. You lack the capacity to do what needs to be done. That bold expectation, writing the book. Oh no, you lack the capacity to write a book, um, build a business. Who are you to build a business? Have a good, solid relationship with someone that you really love and enjoy being around? You don't deserve that. You're not good enough. You're not qualified enough. You're not handsome or beautiful enough. You're not thin or thick enough. You're not whatever enough. So your bold expectation is destroyed and it's limited and it's pushed back and it's paused by a lie. So that lie that's in between the B and the V, the BE and the BE, that LIE is what is stopping most of us from achieving the dreams, goals, and hopes that we have in life. So it's incumbent upon us to figure out how to remove the lie and be able to move forward with a bold expectation over virtually everything. We validate all of our expectations, these bold expectations and validated expectations. VE. See how I did that? Kind of rapid. That's all, guys. Each one of these authors came to me. They were aspiring authors at the time. And they said, Dr. Mack, we've got a great idea. We want to write a book on this. And rather than being the publisher and saying, I'm the gatekeeper and you can't do that, instead, I use the expertise and the knowledge and the strategies that I've developed over the last 12 years to help guide them to create a brand building book. Now, that's I keep saying that with a little emphasis and a little bit of British sophistication, a brand building book. But what's a brand building book? When you get this, all the rest of it just comes together magically. You see, let's start off with a book is probably the most effective way for you to be able to effectuate positive change in your life. If you're looking to become that influencer and that voice of choice, a book is the most effective way to position yourself out there, so people can go back and with conversation with mouth talk, they can kind of demean you or diminish you. It's like, well, just cut off snippets of what you said. But when it's written in a book format, now they've got to argue with the premise and the postulates that you put out there. And so they can say whatever they want to say, but your position is already made. Your position is understood by multiple people. So whenever a person, I say they, there's no conspiracy against you. Often we cloak people that disagree with us in terms of they and them as opposed to us and we. But all these people had a concept. Now, as a strategist, I sat down and said, okay, yeah, we can tell about the time that you got beat up and tarred and feathered. We can tell about the time that you got pushed back or pushed down or overlooked or manipulated or controlled or whatever the negative input you want to. We can tell about that, but nobody cares. The people that you're writing it to aren't going to say, "Oh, woe is you, so pretty. I'm so bad. I'm so sorry you had that." No, they're going to say, "Glad it wasn't me." And many of them are going to say, glad it was you. So they don't care about the negativity that you faced in life. Many people tell me I got arrested, I got molested, I got tested, I got bested. Nobody cares. They just want to know, do you have some information for my transformation so that I can avoid that negative aspect that you just went through? I don't want to do it. You dealt with it, and I'm glad that you did. And because you did, you wrote the book on it. You wrote the book on it. You're a subject matter expert on what you went through. And guess what? I don't want to have to go through it. So I'm coming to you asking for you to help me avoid that mess. Whew, guys, I said I'm going to be at 15 minutes. I'm going to give you another five. I'll give you up to 20 or 15 minutes. So this morning we're talking about belief. The most incredible thing that you can do is use your power of belief. Bold expectations is what belief is about. Having that validation of your vision, validation of your expectation is what it's all about. So when you believe something, you believe that it's possible. You believe that it's possible for you. You believe that it's possible for you now. So because of that possibility, and you engage in not only having a bold expectation, but having a bold implementation, when you get out there and say, bam, a bold execution, and you make that happen, you do it. That's when you start seeing the results that you're looking for. That's when what you believe begins to be what you receive and achieve because you conceived it. Okay, now I'm not going to get into the alliteration of that, but you know it's pretty decent. Guys, as we get ready to enter into 2025, many of us are so caught up on the result of this acrimonious national election. Many of us are caught up on the fact that our bills are mounting, that the cost of utilities and the cost of food and the cost of housing and the cost of everything, oil, gas, and everything, the prices are up. Stuff ain't cheap no more. So our bold expectation is not that we're going to cry and complain and have a pity party about how rough and tough things are. Instead, our bold expectation is that we have enough revenue generation to overcome, and that we not only are able to take care of our current bold expectations, but virtually everything, that there's money in the bank, but that money that's in the bank is working for us. We're leveraging it, that everything that we need to succeed is in that seed, and we're able to now go to the next level. Guys, we're talking about next level. We're talking about 2025 being a time to thrive. You know, a lot of people are saying, wow, this new administration is going to change everything. Change is inevitable. Change is something that's going to happen. But what this new administration is all about is making some money. Some of it scrupulous, some of it unscrupulous, some of it nefarious, some of it just very serious. But the bottom line is, this is about making some money. This is the time to get paid. The next 4 years, if you're not operating and working or getting paid, you're going to miss out on a whole bunch of lot. So what you have to say is, what does getting paid look like? What is my bold expectation? What am I desirous of? And what do I need to do? Who do I need to become to be able to achieve and receive that result? Guys, I can talk to you ad infinitum. I can talk to you for the rest of the day, the rest of the night. I ain't gonna. I could break out one of these books and talk to you about these, but I'm not gonna. What I'm gonna do is tell you that you better get ready. You better get prepared. Proper prior preparation produces perfect performance. And if you're looking at a prosperous, perfect performance moving into this next new year, dadgummit, you better make sure that you believe and understand what you do believe. The biggest problem is most of us can't really articulate what we believe. So when someone asks you or confronts you about your belief system, belligerence, a negative resistance is all you can give, rather than defending and standing up and saying, okay, this is what I believe, this is why I believe it, and this is the result I'm expecting as a result of my belief. When you can operate from that posture, from that position, then things begin to have intentionality. And intentional belief, intentional bold expectation is what brings about transformation. Guys, aim for 2025. Aim to thrive in 2025. And that's what I'm answering. That's what I'm leaving you today. Again, this is Dr. Johnny L. Mack. They call me Johnny Magnificent. I am magnificent because I choose to be. And so can you. I'm Dr. Magnificent, your self-publishing strategist. Please join us back. And no, I ain't begging you to do nothing. I'm asking you to subscribe to our channel and to join us on a regular basis to share, comment, so that we can bring more of this information into your space. Thank you and have an awesome rest of your day.